The 2025 federal budget is a little different from previous years. No Indigenous-specific chapter has been included. Although there are some commitments for infrastructure and major projects, business, truth and reconciliation, and social areas like health may be falling short.
We're really trying to move to prosperity. So there's, key pieces that we really had hoped to see from an infrastructure perspective, from closing those social economic gaps.
Indigenous, Metis and Inuit have faced systematic inequalities, keeping them out of the economy for generations. Owning property or even hiring a lawyer was not permitted until 1951 with amendments to the Indian Act.
We were excluded from the economy has continued to still create a barrier for Indigenous businesses today. So we have seen lots of movement in that from banks working to be able to support businesses and support communities, and from Indigenous financial institutions.
Bull says there is definitely opportunities in the announced spend, but funds specifically allocated for advocacy organizations or councils does not necessarily get distributed to the small business level. Business leaders like Padet are now taking the lead to fill gaps for long-term success.
I was just trying to start a retail space for Indigenous brands to basically have a good sales and marketing platform. And then I realized, this is a huge issue. There's all this opportunity being talked about, but there's nowhere to actually hold that success and opportunity.
The Buy Canada policy has potential to support all Canadian corporations. Bull says the incentives to spend with Indigenous communities and businesses is missing, and in her experience, if not flagged, could end up overlooked.
We've had some really great work in advocating at the federal government on changes on programming for Indigenous business, on changes in ensuring that some of the programming meets the needs of Indigenous business, the unique needs that do exist.
The 2025 federal budget will undergo a vote in the House of Commons November 17th. It needs 172 votes to pass. In Toronto, Beverly Andrews, City News.